Ho ho ho! I've talked about this book so much in my life. Uncontainable, Kip Tindell. So this is where it all started. I was walking in a Barnes & Noble, stressed out. It's where I go when I'm stressed out, bookstore. And out of my right peripheral, I see this book. It was blue and white. It reminded me of a cow. So I picked it up, and I opened the panel, and right here, it said that in 1978, I want to say. Nope, I'm wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, it says, back in 1978, Kip Tindell and his partners realized that people were eager to find solutions for saving both space and time. The Container Store was born. And in this panel, it goes on to say that they went public in 2014. 9 out of 10 of their employees or previous customers on average. On average, they also earn 50% more than any other retailer. They have 1,000% less turnover than any other retailer. I'm thinking, well, how? And in this book, The Container Store, they goes on to tell the story of how Kip Tindell carried around these philosophies his whole life that he lived by. 7 in particular, these 7 principles. And he wanted to share these principles with his staff because 10 years into their business, around 1988, they were doing so well that it was actually a problem. See, they had too many employees at this point, so he couldn't, actually know as a leader, permissionally get to know each employee. So he figured, how do I lead them through what I believe? We've got to write down our values. We have to make it part of the company. We have to make it part of the training. And that's what he did. He shared these values with his staff. After reading this book, Culture Matters was born years, I would say, in essence, Culture Matters as an idea was born after reading that book. And it took years and years to manifest into what it is today, helping CEOs get really clear on what their intrinsic values are so we can transcribe them and then create the training around them. Instead of pushing our principles on them, we have to help them figure out what their own so they can own them. It all started with this book, The Container Store's Story, Uncontainable. Kip Tindell is a very interesting guy who coincidentally went to school with John Mackey, who started Whole Foods. And it was through his guiding principles that they trained their staff 160 hours a year, I believe, year 2 and on. And before that's like 250 hours or something like that. One of the craziest companies that actually uses their cultural identity to drive the training of the company. Read this book and your life may never be the same. Definitely a book that you can study if you're interested in conscious capitalism and developing your staff.